I'm Matt Plapp,
I'm Sean Walchef.
and this is Own Their
Phones.
Sean. The past couple weeks, all I keep seeing online is Google and Toast. Tell me what it's all about.
Huge deal. Google and Toast, they have a direct integration. So over 74,000 customers are on Toast.
Yep.
Toast is the primary technology partner that we have at Cali Barbecue and all of our restaurants. But when you go to Google and you search barbecue near me, and if I've done a good job on the SEO side, the search engine optimization side of my business, I use tools like the hat that I'm wearing, which is Marquee. Marquee helps us with 82 different listings of where our business can show up. It helps us move up the rankings. We also do a really good job with our website. But when you go to Google, there's a Google listing on Google Maps.
Yep.
And that Google listing gives you calls to action. Those calls to action are order online. Well, if you don't have Toast and you don't have the Toast integration, then that order online is going to go to your website, which is a friction point.
Yep.
That friction point before we had Toast would go to calibarbecue.media, and that would go to another landing page, another third party, and you'd have to go from our website to another third party website, and then you would have to log in and then make your order. Well, the whole key to the game is removing friction.
Yep.
Nobody cares how you order anything. Amazon wins because it's one-click ordering. So this Google and Toast integration, if you go to Cali Barbecue's website or any of these 74,000 restaurants, if you are a Toast customer, it's very easy to set up your integration. Literally go to Google. This is ironic. Go to Google and Google, how do I set up my Toast and Google integration? And there is an incredible play-by-play piece of content that Toast wrote of how to set up that integration. It's very easy to do. But then when someone's searching on your website, actually on Google Maps, they can go order online and that will go directly to Toast Tab. So we'll go to my Toast Tab website. So now I'm not paying DoorDash the 30% or 25% or whatever rate that you've negotiated. You're paying just your Toast fee, which should be just your credit card processing fee. It's game changing.
Oh, from what I've seen, it's pretty damn cool. And one thing I've noticed is, small business owners are typically behind anywhere from 5 to 10 years on technology.
Yep.
And they don't realize, we don't put ourselves in the world of a consumer. And I was telling a restaurant this the other day. He said, Matt, what advice would you have me? He goes, I know you don't design websites, but what advice would you give me on looking to change my website? I said, the advice I'd give you is go look at where your current customers are looking now. Yep. What does Chipotle's website look like? What does Target's website look like? What does ESPN? Like, you've got to look, because that's what people are going to compare you to.
Yep.
And then when you look at the shopping experience, look at Amazon. Like you said, I can go to Amazon right now. I can find a book and I can click buy this book and it's at my house the next day. But Correct. If I go to a lot of restaurants and I look up barbecue near me and it comes up with XYZ barbecue shop in Northern Kentucky, and I click there and go to their website, and then I go order now, and it goes to an order now page. It's like order online now. And I'm like, yes. Next thing I got like my fingers hurting from clicking. And I don't think restaurants and I won't even say restaurants, I'll say entrepreneurs don't realize that friction that those constant things happening to cause.
Yeah, I was working with, I'm on the Toast Customer Advisory Board, so I get to have lots of meetings. I'm in beta tests with engineers, and I was talking to one of their lead engineers on some product they were developing, and his analogy that he gave was, when we're building technology for humans, the last thing we want to do is to give them friction and paper cuts. Because how many paper cuts can you endure before now you're frustrated with the technology? And like, what happens when you get a paper cut? You're upset. You're like, oh, that's not cool. But does it stop you from doing whatever task you were doing? Probably not. But if you get a second paper cut, now I'm kind of, maybe I shouldn't do whatever I'm doing with whatever paper I'm using. And like, that's just, it's a great analogy because you want a frictionless experience. You want to create memorable moments, oh shit moments. If you make it easy, if you give the customer back their time, and that's the beautiful thing about these technology companies is like, I don't need to go create Toast. Yep. Toast already has 4,000 employees, publicly traded, $13 billion company. I don't need to create them. I just need to partner with them and ask them for help.
Yep.
I do not need to have all the answers. I do not need to go create Google Maps. Guess what? Google's already a huge company. They've already done it. They already mapped it all out for me. I just need to claim my listing and make sure that the information's accurate. And that's why we put on this show. And that's why we try to educate as many restaurant owners as we can, is because you don't need to go and create this stuff. You just need to listen, stay curious, but then get involved. Where do you go to make these changes so that today, now that you're listening to this, you're driving, you're like, I need to have a conversation with my general manager or whoever's in charge of, or maybe it's me and my wife. We just need to figure out how to do it. How are you going to do it? You're going to go to Google and Google the answer. They
Yeah.
have the answer for how to improve your business today.
Yep. Oh, and even, some of the other tools we could get way into and go down a rabbit hole like Chat GPT and things like that.
Exactly.
But
Yep.
the technology part, I just think that people don't realize that, friction is a problem. I mean, you imagine if you had to walk into Kroger tomorrow. I think you guys have Kroger on the West Coast. What is it called out there?
Vaughn's,
But
Albertsons.
yeah, Albertson, I think is a Kroger too. But like
Yep.
you walk in the Kroger, and if like there's so much friction that I can't find my groceries, at some point I'm just going to go somewhere else.
Correct.
If it gets to a point where I can't get my job done, and I never forget, I was teaching a class a long time ago with constant contact email, like 12, 15 years ago.
Awesome.
And I was talking about just clear, concise calls to action. Don't send an email with 20 different calls to action. Like
Yep.
now the person's like, shit, like it was a flower example. And we did a case study, and it was a flower email that went out with one option of flowers to buy or an option of like 10.
Yep.
And the people like, oh, what choice do I get? Do I get purple? Do I get blue? If you just give them one option, hey, it's Mother's Day. Here's your Mother's Day bouquet. Click here. Done. And I always joke in my world is like, back then when I was doing it, my kids were little. And like, if I'm at the house and I get a thing to order Mother's Day bouquet and I get 10 options, I'm looking, next thing I know, Paige and Cole are hitting each other, and then they spill cereal. Now I got to go clean it up. And by the time I get back, I forgot what I was looking at. And
Yep.
like, I don't order flowers. And so it's the same way I think with food. And the biggest thing that we have to remember is that, the independents like Cali BBQ, you don't have the revenue and the resources and the back office research that Chipotle
Correct.
and McDonald's have. And so you've
Correct.
got to lean on technology partners like Toast who are doing it for you, and like not be afraid to actually be sold something by somebody who has created something that you need.
Well, also, I mean, anybody that's listening to this, just go to your website and what is the call to action? We are a barbecue media company. It is literally calibbq.media. We have a podcast, we have videos, we have blogs, we have all this content. If you go to our website, guess what you get? Buy barbecue, order delivery, order takeout, order catering, 4 buttons. Why? Because if I make buying barbecue hard for the barbecue customer, that is a problem. Now, if you want to go deeper and you want to learn about content, you can go to podcasts, you can go to video, you can go to the blog, and you can learn more, but that's all part of the submenu. The main call to action, literally, if I'm going to book an airline, I want to know, how do I book? Are the tickets available? How much does it cost? Like simple information. When is the restaurant open? Where is it located? How do I get directions to it? Like, this is simple information, yet if you confuse, you lose. So
Yep.
figure out how quickly can you get those calls to action sexy and clean so that people can actually give you money or come to your restaurant.
There he is. There's the theme. There's the title of the thumbnail. If you confuse, you lose.
Yep.
Remove friction, people. If you're not using Toast, look at it and see if it fits your business. And if you are using Toast, Google how to hook up Toast to your Google so people can
Or
order
if you're, yeah,
really
and if you're
simple
not
stuff.
using Toast and you want Toast, hit me up, send me a DM because I'll give you the special own their phones link where we'll get you on the VIP. We believe so much in content, and you wouldn't be listening to this show. You wouldn't follow Matt. You wouldn't follow America's Best Restaurants if you didn't understand this game within the game that we're talking about. But if you're ready to switch of your point of sale system to Toast, send me a DM at Sean P. Walchef, ShawnPWalchef. Send that to me on Instagram. I will send you the link. That will put you in this VIP Toast ecosphere, and
Nice.
we'll get you the best deal possible. And we'll make some content together, and we'll say, hey, it all happened. All the magic happened on Own Their Phones.
There it is, baby. That's it. Another episode in the books. Own their phones. See you next time. See you,
Boom.
Sean.
See ya.